into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
That's also a lot of people feeling the I love it, bro.
It's international business, baby.
Love it.
Yeah, listen, we are all about celebrating this deep down
Yep.
because things are changing as we approach different seasons, and residents are going to be urged to keep a close eye on water usage. Yes, after the city issued an early drought caution with dam levels sitting significantly lower than this time last year, we're going to be joined by Zahid Badruddin to unpack. I'm literally getting that panic now. I'm thinking about it. Oh, but if we act now, hopefully we can change this and not be in that situation again.
Exactly. I know Josie is putting their hands up going, we've been having it, my friends. We've been having it. We get it. We to push back in a different way on the show. And that's through her Hello, My Friend videos that are capturing hearts online. It might inspire you. My Friend videos that are capturing hearts online. It might inspire you to reach out and say hello, my friend. Reach out and say hello, my friend.
If we should do exactly that, and this is what it's about, Zadzi. We should do exactly that, and this is what it's about, Zadzi. We are sharing the love right now and bringing another. We are sharing the love right now and bringing another spectacular show to the stage with Jonathan. A spectacular show to the stage with Jonathan Rocksmouth's Key Change. So we can show up somehow, some way. I don't know how we're going to get it going, but we got to think about this, man.
So we're going to bring you
going, but we got to think about this, man.
So we're going to bring you through after a very busy weekend. Likewise, on the sporting front, congratulations to India, the champions of the world yet again. The hosts proved India, the champions of the world yet again. The hosts proved, I think, the potential that many saw at the beginning of this T20 World Cup after a busy weekend with those news headlines.
Interaction. Now, Major General Mark Hankel says guidelines have been developed in relation to rules of engagement and compliance to basic human rights and operational conduct of the deployed combined forces. Now, National Police Commissioner General Fani Mosamela said the SANDF deployment will run simultaneously with revised policing strategy. Now, Masimola arrests will be conducted in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act, with any SANDF members affecting an arrest being its first chairperson at its second meeting. Now, this comes Deputy Chief Whip Doris Mapane prevailed, winning 5 out of the 11 votes. And the other 2 candidates were Action SA's Atol Trollipand and the DA's Baksolile Nodada. And the aim of the committee is to enhance parliamentary oversight and accountability. Now, meanwhile, Action SA is seeking to have the election declared null. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been chosen. 1989 Islamic revolution that Iran's supreme leadership has passed from considered such an outcome unacceptable. And the Israeli may and pursue every person who sought to appoint a successor. Dissolved 40 political parties, including its 3 main opposition groups. Now, this was done via a late-night decree under junta leader Mamadi Doumbouya. Now, Guinea's Minister of Territorial Administration fulfill their obligations. Now, parties and civil society movements condemn the dissolution, slamming its dictatorial. And Guinea's new constitution allows junta members, including Doumbouya, to stand for election and lengthened its presidential terms from 5 to 7 years. Gurungi River in the Central African Republic. Now, the event and the all-female teams took to the challenge gracefully and determination, with a whiff of camaraderie and confidence cheering them on. Absolutely beautiful.
But the big news this morning, I think, very, very sore heads as we celebrate through the weekend. Some massive sporting results. We'll delve into that cricketing World Cup triumph in just a moment as India become a new week, a brand new day, and delve into the weather as it touches down, developing a little bit later in the day. Weather is going to shift dramatically this week across all fronts. Temperatures ranging from 23 to a warm 29, a light northeasterly wind. Next up, expect thunderstorms throughout your day with temperatures sitting at around 12 degrees. This morning rising to a pleasant 26 degrees a little bit later on. Do have to be aware of some moderate winds coming in from the north, and then from Thursday onwards, rain ahead as well for you. Light northerly winds coming in. Temperatures ranging between 12 to 24 degrees for your day. and you can shift into Bombela as we have a low of 13 degrees, going up to a nice balmy 22 degrees. You can see those temperatures shifting, moving inland day. So please have those brollies ready. Shift day, 25 degrees, your high. Down into the playground throughout. Embrace it before the weather starts to shift. And Tata, you are starting your day on 12 degrees, keeping it in the mid-20s for today. Bit of cloud cover weighing in as well. Moving more inland into 12 degrees, going up to a nice high of 29 degrees. Moving a nice warm 27 degrees as your high. Gorgeous for your day. And as we shift into the week, Cape Town, day today, track the temperatures throughout the rest of the week. It's going to feel like a 22 with that cloud cover. Moving thunderstorms across your neck of the woods. Moving to uppies, the temperatures just a little bit, but they will climb throughout the week. So please be aware, track the weather changes throughout the week. We're in for a crazy one. Likewise, here in Cape Town especially. KZN is seeing right now, look at the photo, that's 25 degrees. That's what it looks like when the sun reflects beautifully off the ocean just onto your face. 25 degrees is your balmy. That is how you can reach us. In fact, if you want to chat about anything today, that's where you can leave a voice note as well. But of course, we've got lots to chat about this morning, so let's delve into that conversation.
Definitely elevated our mood, and I think it's time to elevate the conversation. And that's what we always start the morning off with. And I think G-Man would love to be a part of this. So I want to say good morning, and let's get that hashtag Expresso show. And don't forget that this could be anything.
Oh, it has to, man.
I've got a big goal this week, right? People out there that might be feeling the same way as they enter the year, feeling like you're not appreciated, feeling like you're matched. Yeah, I guess.
It's weird. I'm coming at that same, because this expectation other people are going to just kind of meet you there. And bless you, I spent so much in. When do you refill your own cup? And that's gone at the moment.
I love that, G-Man.
So I love this. We're having exactly the same kind
of Mzansi, we'd love to hear from you, and maybe we can help you cross that finish line as you try to tackle those goals and achieve that small win. And speaking of small wins, I think I had a win this weekend. It was absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to share that with you, Mzansi. I did so much when it comes to just exercising, moving, and filling up my cup. So I might have...
Good morning.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good.
Be too much, or fill up that cup. So we love kind of reconnecting. This is a chance for the two of us to catch up. Never mind you guys. Now we want to inspire you guys as well to share some of those weekend highlights with us. The highs, the low, all informing. Going after those wins this weekend. I had a very insular weekend.
Yeah.
It was karate gradings, which I feel awful because it's my kids and everyone.
Ooh,
in his
already?
cutters, in his forms.
Yeah.
He was just on another level. I think he surprised himself. It was amazing earlier. They both went through their grading with flying colors. It was just proudest day. So I asked him, as it's not finished yet. And I was like, oh my word.
The opportunist, the
this
capitalist.
little legend. So I'm going to feed off
beast.
that energy. When you think you've spent your last token, your last kilojoule, whatever that thing is.
There's more.
There's more to come, baby. So for him, he's supercharged version of you this morning, which is great, dude.
Bro,
I think the last few weeks have taken it out of you, yeah.
Last few weeks were rough and tough. We were working quite a bit. So we're cooking in Muizenberg. I was trying out some new moves here. The ocean kind of almost kicked me off the board. Yes.
I'm assuming this is the very long board, hey?
Don't get caught. Yeah, this is the longboard stuff. So this is just trying to get steezy. Trying to do a drop knee here, and then oof, almost got shot off the back of the board here. So the ocean just quickly reminding me and humbling me a bit. But that was just a perfect start to the weekend for me. And then straight after the move she did do, she was stressing about ring muscle ups. This is a hard move. Now check what she was doing. I don't know if they've got the video of this,
for
but
professional chip.
Proud of her for getting it done. She was elated as well. She got in a couple, like 7 ring muscle ups in total, and it was just so special just to see her all her hard work kind of paying off again.
Does she get a rest day today? Or do you
I don't know
enforce
when.
it? Does she ever take a rest
So this was
day?
funny. This weekend, she actually complained to me. She's like, "No, we're supposed to use the weekend to rest." But now that we got the new pup, we're like, "Oh, we can't not go out and adventure." So we did a little bit of that. I got to take the pup out as well into the mountain. We got one of our dog parks that we found in Constantia. I didn't even know this existed. So it's a fully enclosed park that you can just send the
Well,
fast
it's not
and
like
young.
you can just grab it.
But they take them out into the mountain and recreate this adventure. So we did exactly that. And we took them into the mountain off lead. And it was such a cool opportunity to just be free in Mother Nature. And this is them just really absolutely loving life, roaming the mountain, sussing out some new trails for me as Molly and I just explored some new spots.
Whereabouts was
So
it?
this was actually Silver Mine. Check this little
I
cave
love
that we found here,
oh,
just
I love it.
overlooking. This is gate 2 at Silver Mine, so the opposite gate to the main one. And there's so many beautiful waterfall routes here up on top
You've
of the
got that
mountain.
little, there's that elephant.
About how to fill up your cup. These are some beautiful walks you could take the family out to. It's not too strenuous. Great bang. Your parkour dogs.
My parkour. It's getting to the point that I'm just going to get handles on them so I can just run with each in one hand.
But listen, this is a message to Mzansi out there. If you have a pup and the dogs can swim there, they
There's
can
lots
go.
of flat stretches
There's
as
a
well, so
specific,
it's not just climbing a mountain the whole
specific
time.
dog walks from 30 minutes, 20 minutes to an hour. So there's some really cool stuff.
You
Dogs
have
are
to have a
optional.
dog. Oh, no, I love that. No, I think between us, you've answered your spaces, maybe your pups, but you've got to take the time. Now, we've been struggling going through this gateway right now. We're feeding off that energy. You don't always have to prove your worth to exist. And I want you to really let that sink in. And maybe I'm speaking to myself here. The fact that you are here, that you are breathing, that means something.
Absolutely. Now we're talking from today's motivational message. Let's roll it.
It is something that I learned from a tribe in Africa, and I don't hear it enough, so it was a blessing to me that I would share with everyone. That quote would be, just to be. Be you. Being you is enough. Just that simple. And to expand on that, not a degree.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Oh.
I would imagine this would have echoed and hit.
Is saying she exudes class, grace, and beauty. I've always loved hearing her speak. Can echo those sentiments for sure.
Yeah, she hits the tone just beautifully there. Phoenix Rising saying, I
Love that. We got another one coming through.
Oh, let's squeeze one more in here. And this one says, all that is, I am that, and that is enough. Basically made in the image and imagine, and everything already exists and it's yours. It's a weird thing, but we all exist all at the same time, everywhere, all at once. This isn't a linear path. Everything is there around you right now, and it's a difficult thing to wrap your head around. Maybe we need to let that sink in just a little bit, but you are everything that you need to be right now.
Absolutely. I think this is what it's about. This is a reminder of exactly that. We've got youngsters that have unapologetically been themselves. Precision and focus can get you the result. I can't wait to get into that one in just a bit of Zanzi, so we'll see you around the corner.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good workout.
We haven't even loaded it. I'm going to read it to you right now because this is inspiring to say the least, right? So 4 young baseball players from Batswood Baseball Club in Parkwood are preparing for one of the biggest moments of their young sporting journeys. Of the scene, that's why I'm reading it as it comes through. It's a proud milestone for these boys, their families, they're going to take to get these boys there. So joining us now to share more about their journey on the road to the Nationals, we've got Batswood's coach, we've got Ricardo Marino, I believe, on the couch with us. So firstly, guys, I want to say congratulations. This is absolutely incredible. And welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
How are you
having
feeling,
us.
coach?
Oh, nervous and excited.
Yeah?
For our boys and for our club, it's something huge. Especially for the boys that made it. They aren't in the sport that long.
Yeah.
And for them to achieve this is absolutely awesome for us and for the club.
Wait, hang on, Zach Diego, how long have you guys been playing baseball for?
3 seasons.
3 seasons only. Whoa. So you've kind of just learned the game. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Are you excited or nervous?
Excited.
Okay, and maybe if we can take it back to where did this all begin? How did both of you get into baseball in the first place? Where did it all start?
We start
9 and 10, okay. And was it the coach that you met up first?
now with the school coach.
Okay. And before the school coach, did you ever know anything or see baseball before that?
Yes, my brother played baseball.
Okay, so you've seen it before. Oh, wow. So, coach, clearly you've done a lot in 3 years. This is incredible stuff. And to be selected for the Western Province team, going up against the rest of the provinces, taking place in Gauteng, this is a huge achievement, right? But there's a challenge on its own, and I'm sure you're battling with that. But to get to the...
Made it, and also as a coach, going down with the team, you need to Joburg, so that covers our costs, the accommodation, everything over there.
And how long does this tournament last, and what are these boys actually going up against?
So we're going up against 4 other provinces up there.
Yeah.
Players. So the costs getting there, and then just to get them there. So the competition is tough, and then the tournaments from the 28th to the 1st.
And I'm sure with the rest of the province team that's been selected, they've got to now play with a new team, get cohesion, a lot to learn. No, you say these guys are ready right now. We don't know.
They're superstars in their own
What
right.
are you looking forward to the most for this tournament coming up in Gauteng?
To watching players and playing good games and having fun.
Play good games, having fun. What about you?
Versing other provinces.
Other provinces, yeah. Can I ask, because I would imagine in baseball there's different sort of positions. Like some people are really good at batting, some are good at pitching, some are good at the field. What are your guys' specialties? What do you love the most on the baseball pitch?
Batting.
Batting, swinging for the home run. You as well?
Yeah.
Oh, we got some big on board with supporting these kids, getting this incredible talent up to Gauteng, because clearly the cost is quite a bit.
Yes, it is on our Facebook page and Instagram. So if anybody
Baseball Club already being selected for the provincial team, and I don't know, maybe after this, I believe you're going to be showing me how to really pitch, how to swing, or we're going to thank you for waking up early, boys. Thank you for putting all the hard work and dedication into your sport, because
Thanks.
well done, boys. G-Man, what's happening your side, brother?
Don't seem to match. If you've got small portions of cheese, bits of cooked meat, maybe some roasted veggies lying about, or even a lonely tomato sitting in the veggie drawer, it's time for a clean out the fridge toasty. Yes, now I've got your attention. Crispy on the outside, melty on the inside, hopefully packed with loads of flavor and good nutrients. This is the ultimate no-waste covers we have got. I don't even want to undersell it by calling it a toasty, the most delicious thing we've made all week. And it's leftovers. You're not leftovers, my friend.
Toasties are leftovers. You got me sold, man.
I had 3 different fillings for leftovers for toasties yesterday, and it's actually becoming one of my favorite things. A little bit of mince in a leftover toasty.
You're doing it on purpose now.
Come on.
You're purposely having leftovers.
I make twice as much, which is, I think our kitchen team have done just that to make a beautiful and very nutritious leftover meal.
How are we doing this? Ooh, and let me wash my hands first, G-Man.
Great idea, because we're going to get very hands-on here. This is super simple. Nice protein, some leftover chicken, cheese, and we're using some baby spinach just to up things up. We have got our toasty vehicle going.
Hands-on, yeah?
So what we're going to do, I'm going to hand to you.
Okay.
So we're going to put on the inside, we've got a lovely pesto there.
Ooh,
this is like a roast pepper pesto. Just layer it in there, dude. Remember, we're going to toast on the outside so it's on top of it. So we are loading with as much flavor as possible.
I got you.
And if you're going to go heavy on the veggies, go heavy on the sauce and the flavor. And then
I
we've got
think
the
so.
cheese to
I think-
hopefully bind it all together.
I think there's like actually a legitimate rule that if you are going to be eating anything, toasting, ask questions, just trust me on this, guys. Especially when it comes to cheese, double the amount of cheese if it's getting melted.
Oh, 100%. And then you've got to let it like run out the sides and then crisp over
Yeah.
again. So I love this. And we've got a bit of chutney in there as well, which I think is
Nice.
great. I can see the little currants and things popping out. That's great. So it's oozing everywhere.
I actually strategically always place like just
And
one or
remember,
two-
we're going to put the one on top of the other.
Oh,
so
whoa!
I know,
Oh, whoa!
It's,
Okay,
it's going to
so
be like that.
just
so-
enough cheese there, then.
And we can restack it on the top. That's perfectly fine. Then what do you think? Some protein or veggies?
Let's go
and some
protein
cheese?
one side, veg on the other side. Or we're going to mix them both together.
Well, we're going to put them together
Oh,
as one
man,
big
I think
fat
let's definitely do
toasty.
that,
And
okay.
You know, when you've got the skewers out, that
Oh, yeah, to
we're
keep-
going to go for height.
to keep it all-
It's going to be interesting to see if we can nail that.
And this thing is getting thick now.
It
I
must
love
be
it.
fat. And if you've got any leftovers, you just make another one.
The more the merrier.
Because it's a leftover.
So should I pop some
toasty.
veg on the other side, G?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are making the biggest sandwich.
It's going to be magical how this all.
Okay.
And we'll put some little spinach leaves
Some
on there,
Popeye
just
leaves.
because it's healthy. Hey.
Now we've got to somehow put this
Now
together.
we're going to have
How
to
does
put
that
it
happen?
together.
Okay, so here's a strategy, a culinary conundrum. I think you should bring both bases together, and then, you know what I mean, so you don't lose the bottom part. Perfect,
And it's beautiful. Look at it. A little bit of oil, and we do have some extra oil if we need.
Where?
Otherwise, we're just going to steal the one from the sandwich that's there.
I don't know, G, I think I lost it.
Look at
Let's
that.
grab another one. Oh, nice. Well
And
played.
then we're just going to keep these guys together like so. Oh, that looks. As in their individual portions, any one of these ingredients would have been, the wrong direction
Or
of fresh.
gets added to the dog's food at
Yeah,
the end of the
exactly.
day.
And you think of the
know how
amount
it
of
goes.
nutrients and the amount of money. If you're going to buy premium vegetables like this, it's
Yeah.
premium.
Why would you waste
Cheese,
it?
Premium.
Yeah.
Protein, like a chicken, premium at the moment. And with oil prices, everything seems to
Oh,
be a
man.
premium.
Absolutely.
Grocery, I mean, we might have to do that as a theme this week. I think the rise of grocery prices, and what do we do? How do you choose what's more important, bread or milk?
This is exactly what we need, and these are the answers to that, because it's making your bang spread out, that good bang for your buck, right? And really making it spread out and making it last. And I think all of us would love an answer like that in the kitchen.
All right. I'm looking at this. Are you ready?
Do we have to flip this? Or?
We're going to have to flip this. We're going to figure it out.
We're gonna do
Okay,
this.
so I'm guessing we
Yeah,
use this to stabilize.
Stabilize. Okay, so
Can you?
pressure.
Okay,
Okay, we're flipping towards you, right?
right. Is that
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Look
yeah,
at the
yeah.
skewer. Go, go, go.
Come on. Look at that brilliance, guys. Have you ever seen
Okay,
a flip
we
like
might
that?
have loaded maybe a little more than
Just a
you
little
need
bit.
inside, but and here's the kicker: if you want the ingredients, because we are packing quite a lot between those slices, if you want, is papa into the oven
put it in
for
the
4
oven,
minutes.
yeah. Cool
I'm going to
fix,
do that
man.
now every day.
Yeah,
I'm going to
you
be
like
taking
everyone's
that
gonna want to
handle
get
off.
this
I'm sorry.
pan now. Like, give us the plug on the pan. No. It's all about the meal, all right? That's what the focus is. Get your
Absolutely beautiful.
nutrition in first, Nzanzi.
Okay, so 3-4 minutes on the outside. If you need to give it a little wait,
It's coming together, G-Man. It's melting. It's doing its thing. It's telling a
Wow.
story. Oh, my word.
All right, if you don't mind, I'm going to have a little taste because it just looks absolutely.
You don't have to ask,
amazing.
man. When something looks this good, how can you say no to this? Another, all your cooking and whatever inspiration you need to make meals. Oh,
at
G-Man,
that.
you're going to give us the latest
Unless
scoop?
you've got a cascade of cheese coming out of your cheese toasty, it's not a real
You
thing.
ain't done it. There's a ooh la la in his voice. Oh, you can just see it in the eyes, guys. It's the
That
eyes.
is really, really yummy cheese. Makes me want to cry. Sandwich like this. Beautiful.
Crispy, yeah.
Those peppers with the pesto. Oh, it lands beautifully.
Bro,
Absolutely
I feel like
wonderful.
we've just changed G-Man's entire cooking regime for this week, because this is what's on
Yeah,
the
one
menu
more,
for
one more.
lunch and supper. And I think if you could even, and that's pretty much how easy it is to put this together, Mzansi. Good luck with your
The only thing I ask is that you slice it up and stack it and put the skewer back in.
And this looks
Absolutely
good, G. Well
amazing.
done.
We'll see you now.
Nailed it.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good.
And yeah, it's about to get. Still got two of Batswood Baseball Club's talented young players who are about to show us what it takes to step up to the plate. Now we've got Jordan Boyson and Tegan Swartz joining us for a fun live baseball skills demo. And I'm going to try and get involved too. So let's see if I've got what it takes and find out why these incredible young talents have been selected for the Western Province team going up to Gauteng. Coach, who we got on the field here, man?
Jordan, so what we did was his first and favorite position is catcher.
Okay.
And that's what he made the squad as a catcher, but he's also an all-rounder.
Okay.
Where he can play in every other position, in the diamond and in the outfield.
And Jordan's quite brave though, because I mean, I've seen some of these balls going at
Yeah.
these guys. This is a brave man over here. He does not see fear. Jordan, what is fear? I don't know. What is that? Yeah, you see, we don't.
Rounder.
Okay.
Favorite position, I think, catcher and shortstop, but has the ability to.
It's okay. You're utilizing the talents brilliantly. So talk to me about, for those that don't know, how does this game work? What do we do? What are these positions?
Which is infield and then outfield. So you'll have a pitcher, catcher, first base, center field, and right field.
Okay, all right. And then
so
you've got the opposition
that's
with
the
the back.
batter, yes.
That's me stepping
There
up
we
to
go,
the plate.
there we go.
All
Look
right.
at-
So I'm ready. I
Yeah.
don't really know what I'm doing here, but
Yeah.
am I holding it all right?
Yeah. Right, and then just you don't want to be too close to the plate because so as a makeshift plate, you want to stand a little further back
Away
here,
from the plate.
turn there with those good hips of yours there.
Ah.
So anything over the plates,
Yeah.
above the knees, under the armpits, and over the plate, that would be a strike. It's more exciting.
The T20 is done. It's over with. Okay. Yeah.
Because in cricket, you only get one chance to bat. In baseball, there's many
Nice. I
chances.
like that. Okay, cool.
So 3 strikes for the diamond players. They get the ball, they play. So once you hit, you'll be running.
I'm going to try attempt to hit this yet because I know you're pitching fast. We've got a lot of cameras here. But let's imagine I was up at the plate. You're going to be pitching, right?
Yeah.
Show me your moves, bro. Phew! Accuracy of note. And bear in mind, we're in a
Yeah.
studio now. There's
Yeah.
lots of obstacles, lots of obstructions. So the fact that this man's able to focus and laser in here,
Yeah.
this is showing off your coaching
Well,
skills,
look,
eh?
we can put you in a baseball game.
So
You look like you got the
Look
power
the part,
to
but
stick one out of the
I
park.
don't know if I have the part like
Yeah.
these two over here. So
Yeah.
what's important for these positions? What do they got to get right?
So here's the pitcher. He needs to put the ball in play.
Yeah.
Right. The catcher's there. Normally the catcher controls, tells the pitcher what to throw, the signs and
Oh, so he's giving him like signals.
signals also.
They're
So
communicating.
Yeah. So
Ah.
there is signs where they throw different types of pitches. He will still with the young, we're not still worried about that. But as they get older, then you give signs of
In the zone.
Yeah, just
All
get
right.
it in the zone.
Okay, cool. You want to try another one, bro? Let's see. I'm not going to try hit this because I don't want to do anything crazy. Not like I can hit this. But I just want to see what it feels like experiencing this ball. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, you need to be focused here, right?
And that was a strike.
Was it a strike? Physical. You guys have to be smart too.
Get some
Catching, like catching the ball when someone hits it and you're out on the field.
behind the plate.
Behind the plate. Why? Because they come so fast.
I like to stop the balls.
Oh, he likes to stop the balls. The last line of defense. Do you have like a favorite feeling on the field in any of the positions that you play in?
Dad.
Guys, this has been amazing. I'm so proud of you. I've got to just say that. It's incredible to see the work that goes into this. Would you do any like drills and stuff before the game? Any practices that we could show off as well?
We warm up.
These moves, and maybe you can show off another throwing technique. Question, is there any sort of, is there any spin or anything to take into account?
It's all the way you grip the ball
Yeah.
and then also the release.
Okay.
To make it curve and all those fun
Getting the
things.
swinging and
Yeah.
similar cricket
Yes.
dynamics in a sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, pitch you one. Show us another one, a live TV. This is what it's about, Mzansi. And of course, we're talking about Batswood Baseball Club's finest talents. We've got 4 young kids right now that have done the absolute most, being represented for Western Province, going up against Gauteng. And that's taking place when, Coach?
It's from the 28th to the 1st of April.
And of course, these kids need our help to get there. So there is a Backer Buddy media pages right now, and you can find that Backer Buddy link that will allow you to support these kids and allow this talent to come to fruition and take on the rest of the country. Boys, can I get a high five? I'm absolutely proud of you. Wishing you nothing but the best of luck for Gauteng. You're going to make the province proud, and I think after the next few years, you're going to make the country proud. I see some national talent here, Coach. Well done. Big one. What? Ah, you're too fast. What was that? I don't know.
That was the ball.
Oh, yes. Okay, one more.
But like the colds or flu, when they hit, the headaches, the body aches, that heavy, tired feeling that just takes on getting out of bed in the morning when we're sick? What's happening inside our body during these viral infections? Why are we under attack like this? And how do we, most importantly, manage those symptoms? Manoj Bhagwadeen, thank you so much for joining us, Doc. It feels like seasons have gone out the window. We are under attack. And you can tell by the amount of aches and pains, the body aches. Why?
Hi, normally through our noses, through the mouth. And once these viruses, this immune response is actually meant to protect us and kill off the virus. But what happens is this immune response tends to set off a bit of a cascade.
It triggers everything.
It triggers everything in your body, basically. And part of this cascade involves releasing certain chemicals, which apart from destroying the viruses, also causes inflammation in the tissue, tend to get worn out and tired. And this is because this process tends to consume a lot of our reserve energy. Exactly. So we really get worn out after a few days.
Wow, I've just understood multiple, and often where we're feeling it isn't where it's hitting. Highlighting that says to me we must take this seriously because the body is under duress. When do we know, okay, this is not just a sniffle, I must just push through, and something I need to get seen to?
So inflammatory response or immune response, a bit of a runny nose, blocked nose, actually fights this off
and
after
it's almost
a
like
short time.
the roadmap that your body must follow. So that's great. It must
we really up and about, we can go on about our works, but often influenza virus infections tends to be a little more severe or can be a little more severe. And these tend to induce a more significant immune response, knocked out after a few days, really to the point where we're literally bedridden, sooner rather than later.
We've moved past the age of self-testing at home, guys. I can say that. It's fine if you want to do that sort of thing, but speak to your doctor. Mitigating then, I mean, if it's the man flu war, it's going to hit hard.
Oh, yes.
And I joke about it because we've all experienced it, and it does feel like...
Yes, there's actually quite a bit we can do. Hand washing, making sure you stay isolated from people who are obviously infected. I must mention the flu the flu vaccine. Patients with chronic medical conditions, diabetes, has the effects of the infection. And if you do already have the infection, it's important from an early phase to make sure you rest, drink lots of water, eat properly, and just basically take care of yourself.
Because that was going to be my next question, because often I've got to give my body the opportunity. Is there...
Well, I always say you are actually your best doctor, so you phase. And then if you do have symptoms, make sure you take appropriate medication, things like paracetamol, aspirin, ibuprofen can easily be sorted out with saline drops and steam inhalations,
and that removes a lot of the knock-on effects of having that. I love that. It says to me, we kind of get used to pushing through these things. One or two things, real red flags for you if someone has been sick. Obviously, the extent, the time frame of that is a good indication. Any other major alarm bells?
So I think, again, it's important to make sure tend not to get better even with appropriate medication. This condition's progressing longer than a week. Please make sure you present to a medical practitioner, an older patient. If you develop symptoms, please. So if a child becomes drowsy, disorientated, etc., if it's an infant that stops feeding, they develop respiratory distress, etc., please make sure you take this child to a medical facility as soon as possible.
Yeah, we can push through. Our little ones don't even have that as a part of the conversation. We love you, Doc. Thank you so much. We also preach, prevent those aches and pains that we experience during a cold and flu and understanding what's normal, how to support the body through rest and recovery, let it do its thing, and how to manage that discomfort safely can make a massive difference in getting through those sick days, those tough yards, and returning to resting and feeding like ourselves once again.
3 pains, 1 hero, Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon.
When Tri-Park makes all the difference and it works fast. Tri-Park offers triple relief for headaches, for toothaches and colds and flu when you need it most. It's ready to work in 8 hits.
3 pains, 1 hero, Tri-Park, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Great conversations coming through, and we're going to continue those conversations, and especially the most important ones. And if you are in the Western Cape and Cape Town, then listen, we've got an issue that we might need to deal with right now. We're talking about to usher us out of this position. So an important conversation. Well, then you don't need to go anywhere because we'll bring you the latest in just a bit. We'll see you there.
It's my feel-good
Perfect timing. That means it's a perfect moment to bring in official duties. Now, we're going to start with national headlines first and move to the Madlanga Commission, which will today hand down a ruling in Pretoria, which will determine if a Northwest businessman, Suleiman, threatened. However, evidence leader Adila Hassim Maposa and the various members of his executive will take part in oral questions. Next up on local fronts, the SANDF and SAPS are undergoing joint training on civilian interaction. Now, Major General Mark Hankel says guidelines have been developed in relation to rules of engagement and compliance to basic human rights and operational conduct of the deployed combined forces. Now, National Police Commissioner General Fani Masomola said the SANDF deployment will run simultaneously with the revised policing strategy. Now, Masemola, arrests will be conducted in terms of the Criminal Procedure Act, with any SANDF members affecting an arrest being required to hand suspects to SAPS, and that's for processing and detainment. Well, moving, and that's for a state visit where he'll hold talks with President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Now, the visit will see the two countries look at strengthening operations in defense, energy, mining, sport, and tourism. And furthermore, the visit aims to enhance diplomatic and political relations while boosting economic and commercial relations between the two countries. Now, based on Strategic Partnership Declaration signed in 2010, a South African-Brazil Business Forum is also on the agenda. As his successor. Now, Mojaba Khamenei's succession is the first time since the 1979 Islamic Revolution that Iran's supreme leadership has passed from father to son. Now, previously, US President Donald Trump made it clear that he considered such an outcome unacceptable. Now, the Israeli military has since posted on X saying it would be for him. A river in the Amazon rainforest, and that's from in Santarém to Pará, where the Brazilian government to reverse its policy, and indigenous leaders say the wind pay them. Nature boy, because this is the best news.
Well, if you were sleeping this weekend, these rugby results are going to surprise you. Let's start with the Six Nations, and Ireland kept their Six Nations Championship title hopes very much alive. 40 in an absolutely titanic bash to push. That was for their first Six Nations victory over England. That was after a dramatic final round, 17 under finish, with Casey Jarvis and to the local contingents. Now let's head a little further afield for our World Cup winners. India crushed New Zealand by 96 runs, in fact, to win the ICC Men's T20 World Cup at the Narendra Modi Stadium. A blistering 89 from Sanju Samson, who's been powerful throughout. That powered India to a 255 for 5 scoreline before Jasprit Bumrah and 3 times as well, underpinning their status for sure. Now let's get into the tail of the tape of football. It is going to be an interesting run into the title chase and those top 8 finishes in Europe. So look, Mohamed Salah and Curtis Jones securing that win. And that as Man City defeated Newcastle United 3-1 to book their place in the last 8 as well. Oh, the English Premier League serving it on the cup side and the league, and we are here for the fans. For your trip into work.
Well, not too much to worry about on the roads, except for if you are in Bellville, Cape Town. Now, there's congestion reported on the R300 North at Old Paul Road. Now, as you can see from the roads, here's a reminder, buckle up, stay safe, and plan accordingly. From the road to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. Of course, starting off in Polokwane, now you'll experience a morning showers, degrees. Looking ahead though, cloudy and wet conditions is the theme for the week. Now, over in Klerksdorp, you can see the experience afternoon showers, temperatures ranging from 12 to 26 degrees, and yeah, lots to look forward to town. So heed this warning. Moving over to Joburg, it looks quite interesting. 13 degrees, moving up to 22 degrees this afternoon for your maximum. Over in Bloemfontein, let's see what's up ahead. The week looks rather interesting too, but in Richards Bay, let's see kilometers per hour and a high of 25 degrees. Over in sunny Durban, we've got, so yeah, let's keep those views coming. Tata, let's hope it's not too wet on your side of town. Mostly cloudy conditions, a little bit of rain coming through from 12 up to 26 degrees today. So stay dry if you can. Over in Craddock, Hopefully the coast is bringing something a little bit different. Some thunderstorms, however, with a low of 12 up to a high of 29 degrees and some winds coming through from the northwest. Over in GQ Gqeberha today, it looks like more thunderstorms continuing, kilometers per hour. So light, but still effective. In George, moving over and looking to what Cape Town has in store for our. So stay safe if you can. Over in Sutherland, normally bringing some sunshine. What's up at 34 degrees? Sorry, for 34 kilometers. And then kept through from the northwest. And then last but not least, Uppington, always bringing the sunshine, but today it's mixed with some wet conditions. Scattered thunderstorms from a low of 20 up to a high of 32 degrees. Your winds coming through from the west at 19 kilometers per hour. Here's the rest of the weather patterns that you dive to Durban, because they are definitely bringing us the best sunrise views we could ask for. Sunrise view, it's a bright, bold sun. It's just illuminating the entire sky, so we can't see much at all other than beauty, power and magic. So Sushila, thank you so much for this one. We absolutely love these sunrise views. And just remind them, Mzansi, it's 9649. Why? Because we love seeing how you start your day, wherever you are in the country or maybe even the world. Keep it coming.
And 50,000 Rand waiting in that total guaranteed jackpot this Monday morning. So you can play your Daily Lotto for a guaranteed 350,000 Rand. And then we're going to throw Daily Lotto Plus in with a guaranteed 100,000 Rand today. Play them both. Don't get left behind. Get your tickets in store as soon as they open online right now. nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your. Check them out and put yourself in the running to win big pots today. So as you ponder, there'll be a drought vital resource, and Councillor Badogorin is here to take us through exactly what we need to do as the people of this country. And it's not just in Cape Town. I think this is affecting a lot of us, what we have to do right now to maintain the safety of our water. We'll get into that conversation after this.
Only you can make my day.
Because we've been down this road and we've earned the right to joke about and laugh about it, because we keep a close eye on our water use as the city issues what has been called just over 53% in determining whether restrictions may be needed later in the year. That if consumption stays very high, where it is right now, months away. So we are joined by Councillor Zahid Badruddin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I almost called you Dr. Badruddin earlier, so I'm not forcing more expectations on you. Your job is fine as you are right now. You're doing enough, my friend. No, thank you so much. It's difficult to put this in perspective.
Yeah.
What does it mean? A early caution.
Yeah, and so you said 53%. On Friday, our dam levels went down to 4. Scary because we can't predict when the rains are going to come, what we are going to be this year.
We've got a heat wave coming this week.
Exactly, and caution, we're not in a crisis yet, but we need to start working together to try and save as much water as possible so that essentially we can save the volume that we have in our dams at the moment.
Because these are numbers we do know. We know what's this we stand.
So every week we're seeing that water is declining % at the moment. It's looking terribly sad when you visit it.
Because we've had a couple of rich years as well, and maybe gotten a bit complacent. Can you tell when you arrive at these reservoirs and dams, you're like, okay, that's 42. Oh, no, that's 39.
So in sand where water should have been is a real reality check. And so I put some of that out on my social media just so that people can see that we're actually not joking about the situation that we're in at the moment.
And it's something that affects all of us.
Everyone.
I think we've learned about fuel now. It can be happening on a far corner of the world. It affects all of us. Water is day zero.
Crazy.
This isn't that yet.
No,
but this is the same trajectory, right?
Yes, absolutely. We've been speaking to our residents since November, saying, guys, use as much of the water as possible. Now, we know when it's hot, like it's going to be this week, water usage usually goes much higher. We know in our festive seasons we've got lots of visitors, which is great. But we're saying to our residents we can meaningfully reduce our water usage in our homes with simple behaviors. Exactly.
So let's talk about that. What are the biggest, I would imagine, geysers for energy and for water must be kind of the biggest, but what do you normally
absolutely. Start showers, you know, so when you're putting your soap on, the water off while you're brushing your teeth, it doesn't need to run for...
I love that because it's the little things that
absolutely.
Incrementally all add up and make a difference. What do we need to be keeping an eye out for, I would imagine, because we love our citizen policing in this space.
Absolutely.
So we can support the city, right? How do we support you guys?
So if your neighbors are watering their gardens after 9 o'clock or in the heat, if you see any of your residents, you don't necessarily need to report them.
Don't rat them out, but just go and have a conversation.
Have a chat. If your pools are uncovered, as another example, really pro-clean cars, let's go back to pre-day 0 days and be proud of the fact that cars are maybe dusty because we're washing it less.
We had a weekend, man. We went out and we know it. We've got the playbook. We wrote the playbook. Come on. You have to make a stand. You're all still got the buckets. I've got 3, in fact, sitting in my...
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you.
Yeah, now whether you suffer from acute or chronic constipation, Aspen's got you. Now, Aspen offers a range of laxatives to adults. Now you get information.
Whether it's acute or chronic constipation,
Some great conversations that we've just had right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and a very important one if you are in the Western Cape and Cape Town. We're talking about water, the scarcity and the situation that's happening right now. So we get water to enjoy our city and to enjoy everything that it
Do you sleep best with socks? One without the covers, with the TV on, or after a steaming cup of cocoa? This World Sleep Day, Sealy Posturepedic wants to hear your most trusted wake up to better, deeper, more supportive rest. Better days start with better nights.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. That has now been issued by the City of Cape Town, and what the current mean for the months ahead. And while the city says there is no immediate crisis, we are on that arc. Residents are already being individuals to make a massive difference. In fact, officials say that around 70 real difference in preventing restrictions. The winter rains are a little bit lower than expected, and that with his feet in the water or lack of water, the mud and silt, trying to figure things out. But We look at about a 10% decrease is what's required right now. Why is that the number to work off, and what does that look like?
So the National Department gives us essentially an allocation. They say, City of Cape Town, you can use 975 million litres of water, which essentially comes from about 6 dams that service us in the city. And we've seen that level constantly above 1,000 million litres of water since essentially November. And so we're worried because that means that our dams are reducing, the volumes are reducing, and we already know that rains are going to be later. We call ourselves in another day zero situation. I don't want anyone in our city queuing for water either. So that's essentially what that means.
Why is it so country, but why is it so volatile from a logistics from
between the last drought and what we're potentially predicting to prepare? Yes. And so that preparation is 300 million litres of new water from new water.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be on Mars in 2031, it feels like. So let's get it shored up down here.
Yeah. So alien invasive plants, we know all of that's basically gone because you see, with the replacement of those trees with fynbos, obviously, for a new water scheme is our new water program. That's going to be the largest on the African continent. Now I'm going to give you a value for our project. Is essentially water independent. The fact that we're recycling water into drinking water.
Yeah, I say off grid.
You know, and this is technology being used across the world at the moment. And then desalination again. It's about 70 million litres. We're excited because all of these projects are on track at the moment.
Do you know what I love about this conversation? There was an agenda behind them. It was not the right nature to have this conversation in. So now we've got the space and time to let it breathe properly,
absolutely.
Answer the city, meet the city where it is. Moving into winter, you're expecting less rainfall. So just to remind viewers, remind businesses out there, all those stakeholders that are now...
Biggest takeaway from the last drought was that we were able to massively do so. Let's try and minimize our water for winter, and hopefully those rains come as we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Well, we're going to be praying for those rains after a heat stroke this week. I would imagine on us, it's on the combination working together. If you see that change, help people by...
I absolutely love that conversation. Vegetables maybe lingering in the fridge after Sunday's lunch. Well, do not let them go to waste. Don't give them to the dogs just yet because we've got something to spruce them up and make them taste delicious. One of the easiest and most delicious ways to give them a second life is turning them into a leftover. Actually, it's perfect for any occasion. This is just proof that leftovers can be just as exciting as the second time around. Now, our new makeover champion, G-Man, of course, had his earlier session. How good did the leftovers taste?
It was delicious. And look, I'll be blatantly honest, okay, I'm not a big fan of roasted veg in other things. Yeah. So I was a bit nervous, but that was the part I enjoyed the most. That pepper, how delicious that was in that mix. So I'm a changed man.
Stock veg is just like a mushed veg.
Yeah, you're losing its individuality.
So if you think that, then this is how eggs.
Okay, am I whisking?
Yeah, you whisk that away, brother. But we've got some milk, some salt and pepper, and some parsley. So a lot of the basics, these are like pantry staples that everyone should have.
Okay.
And then these are the staples and the pantry staples that are...
Cream or something like that in your scrambled egg?
I don't, because I have like 5 scrambled eggs, G. So look, I don't know why everyone always gets shocked by this, but I genuinely have about 4 or 5 eggs every day. If I add milk or anything else like that, it's not going to have any space left in the pan. And I don't necessarily need it. The way I've perfected my scrambled eggs, I can really get that puff. And what you do, fluffy, and I don't overcook my eggs. I keep them a little bit, almost like medium rare.
Okay, yeah.
You didn't have to use all that parsley, but you can. So that's cool.
Because it looks beautiful.
It just looks cool, yeah. Cooking dish, and it's important that you have something. Mzansi, your addition might be different because you...
Obo's favorite selection of...
Whatever you didn't finish yesterday, get it in the bag, get it in this pan.
Just gonna pour it over.
Yeah, just pour it all over. Yeah, man. So again, I think for many of those that don't have leftovers, they're probably going to make roast veg just for this meal because it is that good. So if you don't have the leftovers, then you can definitely do that. It's going to absolutely accelerate this meal. And just like that, this one's pretty much done and dusted. All we're going to do is add some cheese on top. Yeah, this is just going to elevate it. Gorgonzola with its feta.
The stinkier cheeses.
The stinkier, the better, with its parmesan, just to get that extra crisp. And pretty much at 180 degrees, around 8 to 10 minutes again. Minutes. The cooking time is another couple minutes. You just don't need much time at all to get this perfection together. And G-Man, I want to talk about this because it's not just nutritional value from the carbs and the veg.
Nice texture, which is vitally important. If you're going hard in the healthy space, you forget about that the flavour I love to try.
All right, so while our addition is getting cooked up,
So I'd be putting olive oil in it, on it, around it. Ever since you got me onto the whole anti-inflammatory elements of
you're on
diet,
that.
and it's
Nice, bro.
turmeric in everything. Ginger and turmeric tea to start with. As much as I never thought I'd say that over a coffee, but it really does help. But I'm finding olive oil is one of those. I'm putting it on this.
About it for a moisturizing
Gonna need
effect,
a knife.
inside, outside. There's a little bit. Okay, I see this one's cooled down a bit. Gee, you're right.
There we go. I
Let's
just
tuck
got a
into
whole
this.
beautiful.
Now that's where you'll get all the recipe inspiration. We're turning leftovers into the main meal, like it was a plan all along. All right, I've got a
Cheers.
little
So
bit of everything.
I'm leaning into my roasted veg this morning.
Oh man.
A nice parmesan or something like that. It actually soups up the saltiness as well.
Yes, I got that
Gives it a nice
perfectly.
umami.
And it shows you don't have to add anything extra into this. I mean, we literally just, as a herb, added parmesan. But listen to this. The texture, that crumbliness on the top, perfectly. Come on now.
There's a little flavour journey through it. Absolutely love this.
Well
Well, if
done.
your leftovers look better than ours, prove it. Scan the QR code, cook a lot.
Zanzi, obviously, there's still a whole lot to look forward to.
Eggplant. You see that?
Oh, oh yeah.
It's my field.
So if you've got stuff in the pantry, great. I kind of feel like from a sporting percent, we had a whole lot left in the pantry, but South Africa weren't in the final. India were there. Let's talk the T20 World Cup final and ICC Men's T20 World Cup final. Of course, at the famous Narendra Samson, and then clinical bowling from Jasprit Bumrah, one of the best in the cricket. Analyst Warren LaRue joins us to talk about a bit of a damn squib of a final, man. I suppose all of the matches that we've been given, we expected something titanic from India at least. And after Watkinson, massively powerful. We've seen him throughout. And in fact, in the domestic build-up to this, a lot of people talking about him being the X factor. And he took his moment.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's been fantastic, hasn't he? You also look,
Yeah.
what's very interesting is he wasn't originally, like to mention, just the opening pair that they put on together. It was absolutely brilliant. I thought that Abhishek also deserves a lot of credit with he's ridiculous. The two of them together, you're always on the back foot.
155 on the board. What would you have said to that New Zealand batting lineup? Like, does this kind of show the dis-tier players in that space and the rest of the chasing field?
I would have said that India were maybe 10 runs too few. No, but jokes aside. I mean, what can you say? There'd be a bit of belief.
They just need someone to shine.
Yeah, maybe a bit of momentum going into the second innings, but then that last over went for 17 plus. I think it might have even been over 20 runs. And then again, you're already on the back foot. So momentum swung again in that last over. So I think, what can you really say? Just hoping that Finn Allen might score a century. You could see the heads dropped from New Zealand, and that middle order, which has been stuttering throughout the tournament, just couldn't really stand up.
Well, they wouldn't have had anything to hold, kind of nullified. You mentioned Axel Patel, Jasprit, guys who have to come in and bowl death bowling. that if they'd had a great start, New Zealand, they would have had that confidence. They've done that in the past.
Yeah.
India showed their worth not just with the bat.
No, absolutely, because I think we also, a lot of people were saying when we lost the toss against India, that's where we lost the game. But we've just seen New Zealand won the toss and they were chasing, and everyone says if you chase, you know, on an Indian wicket with dew, you're going to win. India proved that wrong. So I do think that, again, as you mentioned, full credit to the bowlers. Bumrah's done it so consistently over the last 10 years. I think back to the World Cup final that we were in against him and how he swung that game. He's just such a consistent performer. I was thinking he was going to get a fifer. He just missed out. He took 4. But, I mean, if you have a bowler like Bumrah and you have 255 on the board, you're feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, I mean, the stars aligned for them. They had their wobble at just the right time. Frustrating from a Proteas perspective because we know we had more than enough in the tank to be able to take them on. In fact, we were probably, I think, on paper, the best team to give them a run for their money in that final. But let's pour praise on India where it's due.
Because, I mean, you look at the fact that they lost one game, we lost one game, and, you know, but I think if we spoke before the tournament started and said, you know, someone told us India were going to win in India, it wouldn't have been too much of a shock.
Yeah.
But to also handle that type of pressure with a home crowd, they did it superbly. So, again, full credit
Kudos
to
to
India.
them.
Yeah.
We can take so much from a Proteas perspective, and I've been talking so much about the developmental element of the franchise build-up to this. We might have played a couple of other teams' star players. You feel about our local T20?
Absolutely, and I mean, we've got the IPL coming up too. I think a lot of the guys who were playing in the SA domestics definitely would have tried to put their hand up to try and get a contract in the IPL.
Come on.
Good money.
Come
Good
on.
money. So, I mean, if picked up in the IPL, or there's so many circuits in the world.
It's the
in
best
South
of the
Africa.
world.
Yeah, I mean,
well, it's the best of the world. I mentioned Rashid Khan's name a lot.
Yeah.
Do you see this now transferring what we've learned from the Proteas?
I'd really hope it does maybe transfer into the ODI.
Needs to shift, man.
But I think you have to be a bit more patient. Cricket, you know, the beauty, anyone can beat anyone on the day.
What are you going to watch now? What are you going to watch?
I'm going to be bored. I mean, there are domestics now with the One Day Cup. So for any viewers who are looking for a bit more cricket to watch, you can go watch our domestic circuit with the CSA One Day Cup currently on.
Yep, and see those young players putting their hand. African players stood up, but ultimately India are the champions.
Beautiful conversation, and thank you once again to everybody that brought the hype along this incredible tournament, and especially congratulations to India. For now, though, I want to chat to you, Mzansi. We obviously asked you a question. Let's talk about Tembe Khlikhle and Gubane, who says, good morning, Expresso team. Do the hard work first, and then there's good morning, Expresso team. I already have my win. She was born on the 7th of the 3rd, 2026. Wait, hang on a second. That was like 2 days ago. Congratulations! It just sounds incredible. What a beautiful, even when things feel a bit heavy. And wishing everyone strength and a beautiful week ahead. Flowing today will allow you to achieve those wins throughout the week. Speak it into existence. That's what we like to say. Doing an amazing thing in the world. We've still got some leftover hacks for you in the kitchen. So I hope you're hungry because we've got all the answers. We'll see you soon.
It's my feel good.
In the kitchen, the conversation, and I think the inspiration we're about to talk about right now can be. I'm talking about Marika Nal, best known for a viral "Hello My Friend" videos, which has captured hearts online, with each clip reaching over 1 million views. Now, through simple moments of generosity and human connection, she's showing the true meaning of Ubuntu and how stepping into everyday opportunities can make a real difference in someone's life. Now, if you haven't seen her videos yet, before we even chat to her, let's take a look at this.
Hello, my friend. Good in you. Just have only 15 minutes today. My knee was not good, but we must get you some new running shoes. We have to go. What's up? I see that we are on And today we're running 2 poles and walking 1 pole. Oh, look at you go! Running 3 poles instead of 2. Almost there! Almost there! Woo! Well done, Asa. I see you tomorrow. Same time.
Oh, live TV right now. What a moment.
I love it. It just takes me back to 2024 when I met Nesta, and it feels like yesterday. I love the moment so much.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Nesta in just a bit, but this whole entire Hello My Friend, what do you call it, like a movement, a campaign? It's incredible because the vibe is being received by everybody in the country. Did you think that this simple habit would create this amazing thing that everybody's jumping on board with?
I look at all the views, everything going on. I'm like, what is busy happening at the moment? This video is going viral. I did not expect it at all. It was such a big surprise.
So for those that aren't even aware, let's talk about this moment, about how you...
So it was actually interesting. I just got back from an outreach in my...
Training, normal.
Yeah, just normal training. But this day, I remember someone's life. And I was busy running. I had my earphones on, and she starts running.
Was that like completely out of nowhere? Like
out of nowhere. Like I was doing my run. She came in running next to me, greeted me. So I asked her what's her name. Asked her, can I please record this because it's what I do. Like I just really love taking content. And I recorded that moment, and I asked her what's her name. She said Nesta. Then all of a sudden, she just like runs behind me and she stops at this one house. She's like, okay. See you tomorrow again. I'm like, okay, bye, Nesta. See you tomorrow again. And then that next day, I literally couldn't stop thinking about Nesta. I thought, what if she's waiting for me and I don't show up at the same time? She said, see you tomorrow again.
Yeah, there's a commitment here.
I know. So I went back, and all I knew was her name and where she greeted me last. So I stopped there. I started calling her name, Nesta, Nesta. Eventually...
But you're just shouting Nesta in the random streets.
Nesta, anybody. And she comes out wearing her gown and her slippers. And I'm like, oh, Nesta, where's your running clothes? She's like, tomorrow. So I think that started the whole thing of like going viral. Running together, we started with running one, and she started talking about her feet, like her knees. And I said, okay, no, we should get you some real proper running gear.
Word,
So I reached out to Runaway Sport, and they said she can come in. They did like a whole assessment with her.
Like, kitted out?
Yeah. Oh, she came out of there wearing her running gear, her new Brooks running shoes. She was like, oh, I remember she was actually so shy. She was just like, trying to hide. I'm like, no, Nesta, like, wow. And everyone...
Well, we try to put things off, but just showing up in the moment is what counts. And I think for you, what you're highlighting more so is that the beauty of a simple act of kindness, this connection and this moment. How did that impact you personally? I mean, seeing Nesta's change has been amazing, but what has this done for you?
Kindness is such an important thing in life, and just how much hope it has given the people of South Africa to just be kind to one another. The simplest acts like running, greeting someone, and just showing that person that kindness, it makes them feel seen. A lot of people during their day, they go and they feel, there's something special in that.
There is something special, right? How would you maybe tell Mzansi out there, encouragement would you share to kind of get them across the line?
So, sometimes it can literally just start with a smile, smiling at someone and then greeting them, and to not be shy. We're all human, drives them towards you, then go say hi. Be like, hello, my friend. Can I run with you today? Can I walk with you? Because what I found was that you don't even know how your life...
We live in this world of digital, where often on the road, whether it's out in training or an event, maybe just say good morning and hi to someone. How crazy something as simple as that can change your life. Well, Marika, thank you for being with us this morning. I think this has been inspiration, to say the least. And for many of you that are wanting to find out hi and being proud of yourself. Nicely done.
In Africa Oil and Gas Conference, or the SA of Hydrogen Oil and Gas Alliance. This conference comes amid fuel costs will be ready. Northwest businessman Suleiman Karim's testimony will be heard in camera. Now, his legal counsel has argued that Karim's life has been threatened. However, evidence at the commission President Cyril Ramaphosa and various other members of his executive will take part in oral question sessions this week as well, between tomorrow and capital Tunis over the weekend, to denounce the US-Israeli attack on of the late Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in other parts of the world, including in front of the White House. Turn to a connection with our country, at least, as our President Cyril Ramaphosa has arrived in Silva. The visit will see the two countries, also aims to enhance diplomatic based on a strategic partnership declaration signed in 2010. A South Africa-Brazil business forum is also on the agenda right now. And finally, as the world observed in the Congo, the canoe of this, it was a joyful and very impactful event in a region where it's usually the men who race these competition in the air. Of course, the women were able to showcase their skills and celebrate with a crowd filled with their loved ones cheering them on. And yes, many men and oh, the Six Nations and 17 win over very spirited Wales. While Italy, they made history by beating England 23-8. Absolutely brilliant. Now let's bring it back home for golf as Dan Bradbury claimed his second Joburg Open title after a dramatic final round at the Houghton Golf Club. A birdie at the 17th and a superb chip on that last, securing a closing 65 and a 17-under finish with Casey Jarvis and Brandon Robinson-Thompson. They crushed New Zealand by 96 runs. 9 from Sanju Samson powered India to a massive 255. Sees India become the first side to retain the title. The league's been the cup action just Robertson, Mohamed Salah and Curtis Jones securing that win there, while Arsenal edged to full strength, defeated Newcastle 3-1 to book their place in the last 8 as well. And that's where we leave our the competition out on the roads is looking this morning.
On the N7 southbound at Bosmansdam Road for extra travel time. I think anybody heading out on the roads this Monday morning, travel safe and plan your routes accordingly. And don't forget to buckle up. From the roads to the sky, let's find out now what's happening in the world of weather. Now we're going to start in Polokwane and what you can expect today. Very interesting conditions indeed. Starting off at 23 with a high of 29 degrees. Thunderstorms are definitely expected and much for the same when it comes to what's up next, which is Klerksdorp. And moving to Klerksdorp, the thunderstorms continue starting off at 12 up to a maximum of 26 degrees. Winds coming through from the north and yeah, please stay warm if you can. Over in Pretoria up next, we're starting off at a low of 12 up to a high of 24 degrees. Wet weather expected at your side of town and winds coming through from the north. Over in Johannesburg, today we'll experience max and winds coming through from the north. Over in Umbombela, today temperatures starting off at a cool 30 and light winds coming through from the northeast. In Bloemfontein, and precipitation continues. In Richards Bay, 25 degrees, those winds coming through from the north. Durban's up next. Southeasterly winds are coming through on your side of town. In Mthatha, today you are mostly cloudy skies, starting off at a low of 12 up to a high of 26. There's a 65% chance of rain coming through today as well. Over in Craddock, a bit of wind coming through from the northwest. Over in Cheek through from the south. Moving over to George, expect mostly cloud through from the southwest at 14 kilometers per hour. In Cape, 9 degrees today. Moving over to Sutherland, where you'll experience most strong winds coming through from the west. In Kimberley, it looks like the thunderstorms continue. Rain expected, so stay warm if you can. In Uppington, the west. Here's the rest of the weather patterns that you can expect. We have to dive into our last sunrise view of the hour, and this was all the way from Noordhoek. Anthea has come through with foreground. I can see a lovely silhouette of the mountain out there too. So this one's giving absolute nature boy vibes. And Anthea, we love it. Thank you for sending these sunrise views to us, Mzansi. You have truly elevated our mood all throughout the morning. See your sunrise wherever you are in the country or the world. Why? Because we just absolutely love it.
When bugs invade, use Raid. Raid kills bugs dead.
A lot of you are asking, so we're going to give you the answer right now. Yes, that's why. Because 450 guaranteed 100,000 today, always open. Their mobile app, brilliant. You can use your own cell phone bank. Easier to make sure that you put yourself in guaranteed jackpots today. All for these television moments, okay? But he is here today. One day you're going to get dressed up for the show, please.
I was going to say the same thing about you.
Oh, that's just mean, man. And you're normally so nice.
Not a sequin in sight.
Oh, you haven't seen the jacket yet.
Are we going to have
Oh,
a
wait,
change?
you haven't seen that? No, wait. Okay, today you
We're
can.
doing that after 8 p.m.
Yeah, okay, sorry, different show again. Can you teach someone who is completely non-musical to play the piano?
Without question. I feel like that's a challenge.
Wow. I don't think he knows how much of a challenge in just a moment. Oh, boy. Well, for the rest of I think there is a generation standard and raise the bar. So let's take a little sneak peek at what we can expect.
Being back at Theatre on the Bay always fills me with a sense of sort of coming home, and you can see them. You can look straight across the house and see people in the back row, in the front row, in the middle, and you can't really say that about a lot of theatres. A lot of theatres say that they're intimate, but it's just a small theatre. Not just thrilling for a performer, it's just rewarding. Wouldn't be able to tell you what they're going to get, because more often than not, it depends on how unprofessional we're feeling in terms of changing the script a bit and adapting it for what the audience gives us, because it's very much, we rely on the response of an audience watching a piece that is innately theatrical, not a television show. So sometimes they laugh in the inappropriate places, and I'm sort of like, and what's beautiful about that is it creates an experience in the theatre that is curated by the audience, but on a subconscious level. And what I love about that is I get to be as unprofessional and inconsistent as I like in the name of being entertained.
What I'm really looking forward to is, well, just seeing what amazing tricks he does with the piano, because I know he can play upside down, inside out, and I just know he can bring a lot of laughter to everything he does, and I'm really excited about that.
What I'm looking forward to for tonight's show is definitely the live music. I love live music, so I'm very excited for that. Looking forward to it.
That applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Jonathan Roxburgh! Key change, a whole different key change, because you changed into the keys for this one. And I'm here for any key. So well. You are so talented, dude. It's just mind-blowing to see you in that, guys. But I have to admit, seeing you dressed down just a little bit, you on a piano, letting us into your world, giving us those awkward laughs and moments that we didn't expect to laugh. I love it. How has the experience been? I know you've been out a couple of times. The show's just started. How's the vibe?
Do you know what's amazing about the show is, first of all, it's all about nostalgia. So self with an audience, with 5 of your friends, basically, for 2 hours. It's not so much a show as it's just us, you know. And so far, every kind of experience in an age where we're all like doing this,
for sure,
is so unique. And I don't even miss my phone during the show, and that's saying something.
Well, he's got someone standing behind taking selfies so he can just check. No, I get the drill, man. No, I love it. And if these are the moments that you want to share, go for it, because it's a lived experience, and
Yeah.
each experience is different. Is it like that for you guys? How do you prepare for a show? How do your poor co-performers prepare to work with you on a day like that where you could go any direction?
I mean, I feel sorry for them because they're basically all sitting there like...
You can hear people laughing behind the scenes, and that's not my crew, that's your people laughing.
It's internalized trauma, I think, because they don't know what's going to happen next. But I think because I'll go off script with something, I'll improvise. The audience is like, oh, that's such a great bit. They think it's rehearsed. And it's not.
Experience.
Exactly.
I love that for you. Well, knowing you, it's like a different person every time we just chat.
Yeah.
Because you are always so inspired by something going on inside. So what's going on inside here? Because there's beautiful singing, obviously a chance to really stretch your fingers.
Very demanding, which took a lot of time and practice, and all the new arrangements justify you coming back. But for me, the most important thing with the show is to never act. Being an actor, being yourself is the hardest role.
Is that the humor algorithm coming out? Because we never call you a comedian, but you're one of the funniest people on the planet, and you just seem to do it effortlessly. Is the music the mode that gets you there, or were you always the comedian and just discovered you were ridiculously talented?
I think as an actor, you always need armor. I think if I were to stand in the show and walk around the stage, we'd get a bit magic together, we can do whatever we like. And yeah, the laughter is part of it. It's not necessarily the goal. The music is the goal.
Joy
and
love that you have in these. But thank you for always being so generous. So I'm going to send you off to go and play with the most mundane, untalented and find talent, leverly gifted people. There is nothing that I've seen Ryle not be able to do. Is now that time. How are you feeling, big guy?
Listen, gee, man, when you put me next to a guy, I'm good. I'm wondering how hard it really is to play that piano of yours. You make it look so easy, and I thought, listen, we got a piano right here, you know what I mean?
A freshly delivered baby.
Freshly delivered just for
play.
I have hands that they mostly use for like fitness things and physical activity.
Okay, good. So you know do you know how you hold a bar?
Yes. I feel nervous, guys.
And press.
Oh,
so you see this? That's as easy as it is. Literally, right?
Okay. So those are different notes that I'm playing.
Yes, that's all there. It's all in the same key.
All right.
I'm going to keep you in the key of C. Now that shape, just take it down. Down another one. Now move it up one. If you go there. Now do it after me.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Am I here again?
No, you're here.
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now you need to get some spice and start swinging it.
Okay, we're swinging now.
Here we go.
Whoa!
1, 2, 3, and 4, and... You see where we're going with this? That's
Okay.
And that was 5 minutes. Imagine what we could do in an hour.
This is incredible. It feels like you're empowering me with something that I completely thought was intimidating. I would never ever get a grasp of it. But as an adult, learning something new for the first time, bro, this...
I mean, I was 8 when I started, which is quite late.
Okay.
If you've got eyes and hands, you can play the piano. And even then, there are people who prove
I didn't need a lot of practice before I come to that show. Can we just try that one more time,
Absolutely.
man? Also, just because I've never felt this good on live TV
Okay,
behind a
so I'm
piano,
going to give you
man.
a nice introduction.
Okay.
2, 3, and...
Wait. I wasn't ready.
I like that.
Okay.
And 3, and...
Oh, definitely not me, because clearly I'm just holding him
that
back.
was good.
But Jonathan, seriously, this is incredible, and I think this is what it's about when it comes to your show. Keeping people so involved, you keep us so connected, and this is what we resonate with. It's not like we're just watching something, we're experiencing it, right? It's universal.
Music is that language, you know, and in real time. I still believe that you can have any kind of that is still new. Exactly.
Yeah, man. And as simple as these chords are, just clearly, I'm going to step aside and maybe ask you, can you... Magic. Right, Mzansi?
Come on, sir.
Let's go. 10 fingers, I promise you. Show it up there. Amazing. And listen, this man's going to be showing off the real...
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Contestants are getting ready for the adventure. Well, looking at the buff bodies, I think they are ready for the and more exciting challenges than anything we've seen before, which is a lot.
And the hype is real, and all thanks to the success of season 11, Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar, which was nominated for the 9222 Expresso fam. So make sure...
Because we are kicking down doors for each other, and she has smashed star 32020. And the awards are on the 11th, so I'm just until the 11th of March.
Oh, we've got time to get those votes in. Let's go, bro. One
Time
for you,
to,
one for me.
head into the kitchen.
Shake
We'll
and
see
bake,
now.
man.
All got leftovers.
But Zanzi doesn't have to worry about anything. I mean, they can just use all...
A little too generous, thank you, Mama. And the fridge is now full of odds and ends that you haven't kind of figured out how to mix. We've got you. Today, we are turning those leftovers into something seriously delish. Instead of reheating the same meal again, we are giving it a brand new life with a loaded leftover fried rice. Quick, flavor-packed, perfect way to transform leftover roast meat, veggies, rice especially. And the thing with rice is you can't keep it for a very long time. So if you do have a little bit of leftover rice, use it as quickly as you can. So we've got the same leftovers that we had for our previous frittata. Now we're going to put the oil for this kind of flavor profile. But we're just going to fry away, yeah?
Yeah, I like maybe just talk about these ingredients as well, because you mentioned here to grow mold and to collect mold. So don't store...
Even in the fridge, guys.
Literally longer, but it doesn't last that long, guys. It does collect mold. So we're going to fry
alive. So you...
It's like taking us across the country or the world with it,
very
right?
different directions. I love it.
International variation when it comes to the flavor profile here. But the steps are always easy when it comes to pans. Starting always with oil, always sauteing something.
So you played the piano for all of 30 seconds. Now you're... I think he breaks the laws of physics with the way that he moves his finger.
Digits actually.
Waved to me while he was playing, and he was like, can you see what's going on?
Is it a foot, is it a hand?
It's impossible.
I don't know, man. Listen, this is looking good.
Invite your mates into the kitchen. They must sit outside and talk with the rest of the grown-ups.
Those moments where you have your guest just adds to the occasion.
One of them gets a burnt eyebrow.
Later,
for the fresh
of course,
pop.
we've got this QR code that you guys can scan right now. But look in that you want to go on. So come on, people, all aboard. Let's go.
We're not cooking away the nutrients in the veg as well. And I think when you roast veg, maybe you retain a bit of that. I think when you boil vegetables, overboil them, you leach out a lot of that.
Yes,
roasted veg, you can tell by the flavor of it that it retains a lot of the good stuff. And this, again, you've got the pops.
Makes a difference as well.
Yeah, it kind of gives the
raw egg in here. It will kind of like just bring everything together.
Well, certainly with your 5-6 egg portion size, then I now understand.
But now you get to taste it in its...
Need all of the rice.
Yeah,
but
let me not put all of that in.
Judge.
Or if you've got a lot more rice, then just chuck it in. It'll definitely add to the flavor profiles and it will go a long way. I mean, especially when using rice, dude. This meal...
Yeah, might need 3 or 4 pans of these, something like this.
Go Oriental, go Asian, mushroom. Think about the nuts that you could add and crumble on this as well.
Cashew in there that the rice is beautiful and ready. And now
Yeah,
we've
good
got the
notes.
key ingredient. Beautiful. Even on a salad, dude, I'm loving sesame oil. It is
going to take away and overpower, but it just lends so beautifully to all the other flavors.
Oh, it is lovely. Yeah, and a little does go a long way. That looks amazing.
It's just giving stir-fry feels, man.
If you don't mind, I'm going to have a little taste of our plate right here because it does look absolutely gorgeous.
While G is tucking into that, Mzansi, let me remind you, of course, that QR code is staring at you on the screen. It's in the corner right now. I think it's the bottom right-hand side. So bring your phone out, scan that QR code, and actions like this. Look, I've never seen you smile. And speaking of these little chopsticks you got in your hand, it's so fitting of what's to come next. Because Jonathan's sticking out and he's looking at his food. He's like, that food looks so good. He could probably make a song out of it. Hey?
Well, no, what he's doing, he's looking at these going, that's not chopsticks.
Those are extra digits to play on the piano.
And if you think you have heard chopsticks before, just brace yourself. Jonathan Rocksmith, of course, with Key Change, his new show that is currently on Theatre at the Bay, and I love the visuals.
What's happening? We thought we'd like make you something delicious. It's leftover.
Leftovers. Hey, look at this. Sure. Hey, we have transformed the humble leftovers
She's got the final plate
into
there.
spectacular meals. Would you like a
one with the
taste?
spring onion there?
Come on now.
Perfect.
Can you though? I wonder what you'll do with it. If you're going to do something different, something crazy, you'll catch a fly maybe.
Going to give them some of the... So my big thing, favorite thing, but we have rejuvenated them in 3 amazing meals. Absolutely beautiful.
That's actually really good.
Hey, don't act so surprised.
Yeah,
well, he has seen you play the piano, so I understand. Yeah.
What oil have you used?
Sesame oil. We got fancy.
See, that's the one.
We heard you were coming. Please don't after
So what, old rice, old veg?
Everything was old.
Turning it into new, turning into beautiful, and this is now the meal we want, not the one that we're just choosing for leftovers. I think people are going to make veg just to make this meal. So, Jonah, we're going to see you next.
I'll use these, actually.
What? No ways.
I'll use these.
It's my feel-good.
The 98th Academy Awards, or commonly known as the Oscars. So we thought it would be fun to play an Oscars-inspired game with someone that looks like they're going to the Oscars right now. And this man is absolutely inspiring us.
Well, I was thinking...
We've tried to take this bowl, and we have a stick in studio just to protect this bowl, in fact. So the Oscars are big, and I know that you have one foot in acting, and you know everything because you're a genius, so we thought we'd test your grey matter.
Go on.
Now, we're going to test ourselves through this process. So we'll test you guys at home for this one, and you guys can play along at home. The last actress to win the Best Actress Oscar for a musical was Emma Stone in 2017 for La La Land. Is that true, or is that false?
You like your musicals?
I somehow think that there was that movie named after a lady. There was a lot of furor. I'm going to say false.
I'm going to say false as well. I'm going to just throw
I also feel like surely there should be another. I'm going to go with the guys. Say,
It was Golden Globes.
already now he knows more than us.
Clearly, yes.
I can't say that on TV. Sorry. Sorry.
Until next week.
The second.
Ghost.
The second. Yeah. What year? I would say.
Could be. I don't actually know. What do you reckon?
Why I said true there? Because I heard my director saying true. Have an impact. the film it made.
I was 4, so I didn't see
Oh,
it.
well, yeah, geez. So it traumatized you for the rest of your life?
I didn't see it. I was still watching animated movies. No, I don't think my mum would have allowed me because there was too much sexy time with the making of this bowl, actually.
Do yourself, if you were a grown-up right now and your relationship is struggling just a little bit and want to give it a go, here is our next Emmy Award for Best Director.
Ooh, we've got options.
Okay, we've got options. Quentin Tarantino, Tom Hooper, James Cameron.
Definitely Quentin Tarantino.
Because James Cameron definitely has gotten one. We know that for sure.
So he will direct.
No, Brad Pitt got it. I think he may have got it for screenplay. But Tom Hooper definitely got for King's Speech. I know that.
I also think he's been snubbed on most of those iconic
And at
movies
some
now, if you
point,
think about
I
it.
know the dude who did Avatar. Titanic,
Yeah, he did.
was that
I'm
for
sure he did.
directing?
Oh, yeah. Was he not also involved in Avatar? No?
No, he directed Avatar, but I don't know if that ever got the director.
Guys,
so.
it's got to be Quentin. It's got to be. The answer is Quentin Tarantino!
Brilliant.
Yeah, nice job, bro. There you go. I know we all should know her. Won her only Oscar for her performance in Martin Scorsese's 1993 film. It's a tough one, yeah?
I might have even been 4. No, I was probably not 4 when that came out. But,
I would say true.
True.
I'm sure Mzansi, some people out there are
she's
going,
going to have
come on,
like 3
guys.
Oscars and we don't even know.
You reckon true, yeah?
I think true.
Okay.
Gee?
Well, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I'm going to say false. We
Information
can
to
learn.
like share with you to back that up.
Okay,
either,
all right.
But it's just false.
Career, Denzel Washington has received 2 Academy Awards out of 9 acting nominations. This one messes with my head because I kind of feel like he got one retrospectively. We're going to do the Heath Ledger and give him a, I don't know.
Post. I can't even remember the numbers. He's definitely won one.
Did Denzel Washington get a posthumous?
No. I'm just saying, like, it always felt like he
he's
got
done other
snubbed and then-
aspects.
I don't know. I thought he had. Is it true or false?
What do you reckon, bro?
I'm going to say false this time.
He's going with
because-
false? Well, the answer actually is true. It was indeed. Well, Jonathan, thank you again for playing, man.
This is a stupid game.
Played by stupid people, okay? That's why you are going to be on TV, okay, in front of millions of people, okay, and you have chosen what piece of music to play?
I'm inspired after that cooking demonstration to do chopsticks, and I'm going to do a version that I guarantee you've never seen before.
Once in, simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include #WorldSportsBetting. Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thanks for joining us for an amazing show. Let's 450,000 Rand is sitting waiting for 100,000 Rand in the...
There's the mobile app, or you can use cell phone banking.
And all those deeds will be a Lotto Plus for 450,000 Rand guaranteed. All the best.
Yes.
So the challenge was to be... serious. I threw them away. We're going to break it down like it's 1942. For the big finale.
Go for it.
Just help me finish the piece. Press there. 2, 3, 4.
Yes, chopsticks.
The Expresso chopsticks.
They are, we would ordinarily give the wooden chopstick is now the pinnacle of one's career. Go for it.
Okay. But it's the ending that's the hardest part. Are you ready for this?
I was about to say.
It's turned into an organ. That's how difficult it is.
You took us to church! Oh, we love you guys. We'll see you now. Have an amazing day. Web tickets is where you can get your tickets. Oh, we love you, man.
Another feel-good production.